Hello and welcome back to Dino Guy Baseball. You might be asking yourself, why is it called that? Well, that's because I'm a Dino Guy and baseball. Now, back to the show. Alright, welcome back for my second video in this series where I buy baseball cards and I open them and I talk about them and tell you why I bought them and why you should. So the first lot of the last 5 or 6 or 8, how many did I order? A lot. I ordered a lot. So the lot I'm going to show off today are my 2020 Topps Gypsy Queen. I got exclusively rookie cards this time, just because I'm really into rookie cards right now, and I think those will be worth the most eventually when I'm old, gray, and need some money. I got them right here. I started out with 6 different cards for 6 different dudes, 3 of each, because one of them has to be successful eventually. Please somebody buy my cards eventually, someday, not now. I like them. Alright, the first card I started with are 3 Zach Gallen rookie cards. Zach Gallen, part of the Miami Marlins organization for a second there. He was traded to Arizona for Jazz, I should have written it down. Jazz is a shortstop. Jazz is a top 100-ish prospect. Jazz will be he'll be pretty good, but probably not as good as Zach Gallen. In 27 starts so far in his career, he has almost 6 wins above replacement, and he's striking out everybody. A lot of dudes. Zach Gallen is someone who is, I believe, 25 years old. He is one of the only 25-year-olds I would project out as a future ace right now. And you got him for a decent little shortstop prospect. So I think that is actually like a major win for the Arizona organization in a trade. These are the ones I'm most excited about, I think, in this lot. I have a lot of high hopes for my Zach Gallen rookie cards Gypsy Queen. Look at it. And the guy I'm probably second most excited about in this lot were my Trent Grisham 2020 Gypsy Queen. He's the guy who in the 2019, I was right, 2019 NL wildcard game, when Christian Yelich was out with a broken knee, which it would suck to break your knee. That would suck so bad to break your knee. Ball comes his way on the ground, obviously, messes it up pretty good. Washington Nationals go score a couple runs off of that. Not a good look. Can't stay in Milwaukee after that. No one in Milwaukee's gonna like him. No one's gonna buy him any beer at Miller Park. Is that funny? Is that a funny joke? Beer? So he gets shipped off to San Diego for Luis Urias and Zach Davies. So he's been playing in San Diego 1 year now, and he looks like their center fielder of the future. Trent Grisham, speedy boy, also has a little pop in his bat. 25 home run, 25 stolen base kind of guy. Really, really solid outfield defense. That is looking like a steal for the San Diego Padres.
The Slam Diego Padres.
And this is probably the card, you know what, I've talked myself into it, I might be first most excited about. Keep rolling. The third card I got in this lot is my Brustar Gratterall rookies. His main source of notoriety comes from the fact that he was going to be traded to the Red Sox for, it rhymes with Cookie Fetts. He was supposed to be in the trade for Mookie Betts, but then Boston had a breakdown because they thought they weren't getting enough, or the public told them they weren't getting enough, so they panicked. They're like, actually, we don't agree to that trade. Then they got some other dudes, Jeter Downs, going to be pretty good probably. I don't know why they wouldn't have wanted this dude instead. They started like 48 different dudes last year. I don't think any of them were as good as this guy, who is 22. He went to the Dodgers instead because they were like, oh yeah, we could use a good pitcher. We already have 900 of them, but we could, sure, just flip him to us instead. So he pitched out of the bullpen exclusively last year. I think he will eventually be a starter, but he also has such electric stuff. There's a very good chance he could stick in the bullpen and be kind of their closer of the future, or somebody's closer of the future. You might be asking yourself, why buy the card for a future closer? Unless you're Mariano Rivera or Trevor Hoffman, who cares about the rookie cards? Because 102 miles an hour, that'll play. Alright, next card. Sean Murphy. So Sean Murphy's the catcher for the Oakland Athletics, the Athletics of Oakland, for those of you who like doing things in reverse order. And my notes for Sean Murphy, obviously pretty solid catcher. I think he was like 4th or 5th in Rookie of the Year voting back then. Sean Murphy's strong as hell. As far as a catcher goes, you could see him probably leading, as long as he's not hurt. He's been hurt a little bit, but as long as he's not hurt, he's probably going to lead the league in home run or be top 2 or 3 in home runs for the catcher position. It says on the back of this card, homered 4 times in his first 7 games in the majors. And then you know what? He came up last year, hit even more home runs. I'm just really counting on this dude hitting a lot of home runs and being like, oh yeah, just accidentally seeing him on a top list somewhere of most powerful catchers or on the home run list or something. Not too bad of a defender either, but Sean Murphy, strong as hell. Next card, we're gonna stick in Oakland. AJ Puck rookie card. AJ Puck had a lot of arm issues, especially in his elbow, which is always concerning for a pitcher because they use their elbows when they pitch. I don't know if you knew that. Important for pitching. Arm issues aside, AJ Puck throws 98, 99 miles an hour every time. I think his average fastball is between 97 and 90. I think it's leaning towards 98 miles an hour. So despite his elbow trying to fall off, dude has got a lively fastball, man. So I'm kind of just betting on that right now. He's one of those guys that the A's always seem to bring up. I think he could probably settle into their number 2 or number 3 spot in the rotation, health permitting. Even if he starts to fall off or get hurt again, I think he has also got major closer potential. I promise I'm not always going to buy closer rookie cards. I know that's not very exciting. But no, I think he does profile as a number 2 or number 3 starter so far, even if he's a closer. I'm afraid as a Mariners fan, if he were to add a couple miles per hour on his fastball in the bullpen, because that's some serious cheese. Cheese. And the last card I bought, my Dylan Cease rookie card. You might be asking yourself, hey, Dino guy, baseball guy, don't the White Sox already have a full rotation? Where does this 25-year-old fit in? Well, let me tell you. Dylan Cease also had a little bit of arm troubles too. Or injury troubles, who knows?
I sure don't.
I think he could fill out the number 5 spot in the rotation really, really well right now. Especially in a developmental year. Look at his rotation mate, Lucas Giolito. He was the worst starter in baseball a couple years ago. And by worst, I mean absolutely the worst. Look at him now, he's Lucas Giolito. But no, this additional time where he can get some work in the rotation, if he needs to move to the pen for a little bit as kind of a long swingman, I think that would be really, really good for him going forward, especially working his way up, so he could potentially throw 180 to 200 innings going forward. Dallas Keuchel will be out in 2 years, and Lance Lynn I think only has 1 year left on his deal because they picked him up this winter. So this is a perfect chance for him to get some of that seasoning now. So eventually I think he could step into a number 3-ish type role in the rotation, but it's really good to be learning from veterans like Dallas Keuchel and Lance Lynn. Stay tuned for Michael Kopech content. Not in this video, a different one. Thank you for watching my second video. I'm gonna do plenty more. I'm trying to do every week now because I think that'll be a lot cooler and it'll keep me a lot more busy and it'll give me an excuse to buy more cards. The camera person, personally, she hates me bringing this many cards into our home. Right there, there, everywhere. Yeah, more content coming soon. It's not always going to be card content, so I'm just trying to burn through some of these real quick. I am editing right now a video about the Hall of Fame, so stay tuned for that one, hopefully the week after this one. See you next week.